Hey, how's it going, everybody? Getting ready to go through and do some feedings, a little bit of cleanup and whatnot. Figured I'd catch it on camera. Unfortunately, my phone is getting ready to die, so this is the only place I can really put the camera. The cord won't reach anywhere else. I can angle it differently, of course, and I'll try and change the angle as I do some of the other snakes. But for now, I'm going to be doing the young ones up top, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it right where it is. Hey, now. Ooh. That was a messy strike. She barely got it just by the leg, so it's kind of a little bit of a mess up. Her eyes getting a little glazed over. She's wrapping it up though. It looks like the thing might already be dead. Ain't kicking, flailing, squealing, or nothing anymore. Only dead for a split second. Okay, so once again, this is the female Inchi. Next up, I'm going to be doing the male Mystic. Give me just 1 second here. More than just that little tip. There you go. She's a good one. Struck dead on, no problems. These hatchlings, most of them have calmed down for the most part on their aggression. They only get snappy really as a feeding response. But even whether they were or not, even if they were still being a little bit aggressive, I can tell you once they got the rat in their mouth, any signs of aggression are really kind of non-existent. They kind of ignore you while you're doing your thing in the rest of their cage, tub, whatever you want to refer to it as. Scarlet just ate, but she's sitting right here paying attention to the fact that others are getting fed, so I might offer her again tonight. She actually just ate 2 nights ago? 2 nights ago, yeah. No, I don't even think it was 2 nights ago. It might have been last night. Something like that. This will be my male Phantom. He's actually made a bit of a mess in there, so I will go ahead and pull him out completely. Alright, now that his tub's been cleaned, we'll go ahead and pick him out of the African software. Now these might look a bit small for the size snake, but African sulfurs are supposed to have better protein, so they should be fairly decent for them. I know you smell it. Alright, well, I'm not holding it all day for him, so what I'll do is I'll drop the little critter in there and I'll come back and check on it in a little while. Mind you, these guys ain't got no teeth or nothing like that yet, so not like you can hurt them. My male Mystic over here is finishing up his. Literally watching him swallow down the legs and tail now. It's always a nice sight. What I'll actually do is, so that I know which ones still have live rodent in there, is since I use that little notebook that you flip over, I leave it open, sitting beside the tub. So when I go back later If I see any of them that are open, I know, okay, this one had a live one in there. Let me check it and see if he's eaten yet. This is my female butter. Looks like she didn't make much of a mess in there. Nah, don't look like she made a mess at all. Not showing too much real interest. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to leave it in here for a little while. Let it crawl around, piss her off a little bit. Might change her mind a bit. Give her some fresh water in the meantime. And I'll come back and check on her in a little bit. Guess we'll go ahead and start on the ones here. ASF's African soft furs. Take longer to grow, I've realized. So some of the rats I have are a little bit smaller than I'd like. What I'm going to go ahead and do is offer twice. I'll probably only record the first round, but I'm going to go through and offer to each of them. And I'll give them about a half an hour to an hour. And I'll come back, and any of the ones that didn't eat, I'll come back and offer up a second time to see if they'll eat. And any of the ones who did eat, I will still offer again just to see if they'll take a second one. Just because some of them aren't full size doesn't mean that they all aren't. So, go ahead and come through here. Grab hold of this little fellow like this. See if I can't entice her just dangling them. Oh, she looks interesting. And little ASF dude is pooping. That's about normal though. Yeah. There you go. Atta girl. This here is Ran. Once again, she is the mama of the clutch that I recently hatched out, the one that I've been putting videos of me checking on. So she was off food for a while, and I'm glad to see that she's taken right back to food, no problem. She's taken to the ASFs even with no problem. I haven't had any issue with transferring her from fancy rats to the African soft fur. She took right away, and I'm really happy about that. So next up, we're going to do her sister Lavin. That was probably my largest male ASF I had ready to feed, which is why I fed it to Lavin, because if anybody needs to put the weight back on, it's her. Or I'm sorry, to Ran. Quit pissing all over my snake, little brat. Oh, damn, there she goes. Alrighty, so far so good. Let me go back in here and log these two before I move on to any others. Like I said, I'm still going to offer them the second one when I come back later, even though they did get some of the larger ones. Well, Lavin I might not, I'll decide, because hers was right on the brink of still being a good size, so I might leave her be. Ran on the other hand, even though she had an adult, because she's recuperating her strength and everything, I might offer her another one specifically smaller. But yeah. Good size. That one, I think, was actually a female that actually got in the male bin. Looks almost as if she could be pregnant. Want to turn around for me? Let me see you a bit better. You are a pregnant female, aren't you? Well, this girl doesn't seem interested. I'll put one in there with her, but I'm going to put this little girl in a little bin by herself. See if she... Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sorry about that. So basically what I was saying was I had just fed the female, I think that one was the yellow belly, yeah? Let me double check. No, that was the het caramel. And like I was saying, or failing to feed, I should say, the female that The African sulfur I was trying to feed to her, I accidentally put a female in with the males, and she got knocked up. I went through and I checked the rest of them. She was the only one. So anyways, the female het caramel didn't take it, so I went ahead and I actually put her in a bin by herself with some water and food, let her have her litter, and then I'll feed her off after that when she weans off the babies. I mean, hey, she's pregnant. She's pregnant. I did put another one in with the het caramel. I will check on it in a few just to see if it's eaten or not yet. She might have already eaten it, honestly. The one beneath her, the actual yellow belly, she ate no problem. Struck at it just perfectly fine. Since then, I've already come over here and started on this rack. Heimdall, I'm very proud to say he's taken to the African sulfur so well. Fancy rats, he would never come up to it for the rat. I would have to leave it in there with him, and sometimes he'd kill it, sometimes he wouldn't. On the African sulfurs, he's coming right up to the tank like, give it, you know, so he ate no problem whatsoever. Fulla and Freya both ate, no problem. Heimdall was acting a little skittish. I left one in there with him. I think I heard him go for it, though. I've already given Sif Fancy Rat. She's still eating the Fancy Rats. I haven't gotten her to convert over yet. So that leaves me with Thor and Diego left. So those are the only two left to feed. Sorry y'all missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feedings, but I didn't realize the battery had died on me, so it is what it is. Out of the two, I'll start with Thor here. Was acting all kinds of nervous, but of course I just opened up the tank, so that's to be expected. Oh, what's that, Thor? Yeah, he wants it. I think. Maybe he just wants to lick it a little. Alright, well, I'll offer it to the next one. And I'll put a small one alive in there with him. So let's see if Diego wants it. Diego normally won't eat unless I leave it in there with him. But this will be his second African sulfur. Maybe he'll show some more interest in these. I don't know yet. So I've been holding it here a minute, and he seems like he's, if anything, slinking further back. Yeah, he is. He's interested, but he ain't gonna go after it, so I'm gonna let this girl go ahead and stay in here with him. And I'll get another one for Thor. Thor's kind of notorious for missing, so I don't think I'll put as big of one in there with him. Jaeger, on the other hand, he's fine. I'll have that thing dead in about 10 minutes. Like I was saying before, for some reason he just doesn't like it when I feed them to him. He prefers to have it left in for him so he can hunt it, I guess. I don't know. Take one more chance with the smaller one, buddy, before I leave it in here with you. It's not much smaller. What is it with African sulfurs? They piss every time. You're not going for it. I'll leave it in here and you can get it in your own leisure. He's pretty good about getting them when he does, so I'll check back. Anyways, so yeah, let me go ahead and check back on some of the ones I left. This one's the most recent, but like I said, I thought I heard him go after it. So I don't know why my camera keeps cutting out on me. Oh, I think my memory's full, that's why. That's what it is. It wasn't dead battery. Okay, so anyways, Heimdall's in the middle of swallowing his now, so he is taking it. Who else got left with one alive? This one right over here did. That one's still alive, so the het caramel hasn't taken yet. Let's check on the babies. Female Inchi had taken. Female Butter was left with one alive. Let's see how she's doing before this phone cuts off on me again. She has eaten hers, it looks like. Yep. Okay, so the female Butter took. The Mystic I know ate. The other one was the male Phantom. Let's see if he took. Yep, and the male Phantom ate. So as of right now, I'm waiting for my two male spiders to eat. my male pastel het pied to eat, and my female het caramel. Those are the only ones who haven't eaten yet. Scarlett's all over this rat over here, so I know she's gonna eat. She just doesn't like me being in the room making noise when she's gonna eat. So, yeah, let me clear up some space real quick. I'll jump back on and tie in the recording because I want to talk about something real quick. Alright, everyone. So, yeah, you saw me feeding the snakes and everything. Saw most of them. I hope the camera caught it for the angles I was at. The only thing I really wanted to pipe up and talk about real quick before I ended this video is, first off, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's been commenting on my videos and kind of keeping in touch. I really do appreciate that. I follow y'all as well. I love the stuff y'all put out just as well. I wanted to just reiterate and make it clear that, you know, I'm a beginner at what I'm doing. None of this stuff, my opinion is what it is from a learning perspective. If you really want, you know, a lot of information, good information that's coming from somebody who's been doing this for a long time, I'm not saying that my information's bad by no means. I'm just saying I don't have the experience as a breeder that a lot of these other people on YouTube do. I'm trying to offer a new perspective to my different viewers so that y'all can see what it's like from a beginning standpoint. I'm not, you know, I don't have a bunch of money to just dump into the collection and start growing massively. Each of these animals that you see, I'm buying for me. These are my pets, you know. I love each and every single one of these snakes. Each of them is just awesome to me. And the fact that I'm starting off breeding isn't so much to do it for a business aspect. Don't get me wrong, I look forward to being able to sell some of these snakes. But I really look forward to being able to see what it is that I can produce. There are all kinds of different morphs out there that I would love to have, but they're pricey. I'd like to start, you know, seeing what I can do as far as get one recessive gene, breed it to another, you know, pop out a visual, maybe take that and put it with something else to create something new that I couldn't afford, or even just that I want to see. Prime example is I've been thinking lately about getting myself a black pastel and trying to get it, get some, you know, black pastels, some super black pastels, and get some het pieds to breed with them, or piebalds. Try and get a panda eventually. I think that those are awesome looking snakes. The point is, I do this as a hobby, not as a business. And for the hobbyist, or even for the beginner business person who doesn't have the money to start up large, you can follow me really to see what it's like starting from the bottom and working your way up, you know, seeing what it's like for a beginner snake breeder. Like I said in an earlier video, I've been keeping snakes for years now, but this is my first year actually getting into breeding them. The clutch I've been tracking for the last week or two now, that's the first clutch I've ever hatched out, and I can't wait to see what's inside. Like, I'm dead serious, extremely excited. Like, I'm trying to just tell myself, keep calm, you gotta wait, don't try and rush it, there ain't nothing you can do but wait. So it's just really exciting for me. I mean, I've never actually hatched out any snakes before. I've dealt with hatchlings before as far as, you know, young snakes, but not like fresh out the egg young. So it's going to be a whole new experience, and I plan on catching that on video for all of y'all. Anybody who's interested to see, you'll be able to watch as I first take them out. You'll be able to watch me clean them up, sex the snakes, find out exactly what they are. You'll be able to watch me as I follow their beginning movements, you know, when they have their first shed, their feedings and everything. If I have any difficulties with the feeding and everything, you'll catch that on these videos. I'm not going to hide that, you know. If I got a hatchling that's not eating, then you'll see it. And if that happens, you'll see me attempting to assist feed the hatchling. I've only ever actually successfully assist fed one other snake before, and he was a much older snake who I'd been dealing with a lot of problems with that snake off and on for years. That was my boy Loki, that passed away unfortunately. He's the only other snake I've ever actually assist fed. So he was probably at least 300 grams, 400 grams by the time I had to assist feed him for the first time, and he had eaten many times prior to that. So I mean, this will be a new one for me if I have to go through that. I'm extremely excited to see who the actual sire was. So yeah, my point is, I just want to let all y'all know that, you know, I'm not a professional that's been doing this for years. I'm not, you know, by any means, you know, got all the experience in the world. Y'all are following me as I learn all this stuff myself. And I'm just trying to help put out as much information that I do know from keeping snakes, as well as any information that I can that I've researched before starting to breed and that I've learned as I've been beginning to breed. Anyways, thank you very much, everybody. Please like, subscribe if you like my content and would like to follow me. And please feel free to share, and I would absolutely love to hear from y'all down in the comments. Thank you very much.